Hi beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Ru. Now what we're doing today, we're asking, or tonight whenever you're watching this, we're asking the question, how did they feel the last time you two talked, you two communicated, the last time you interacted, the last time they saw you, whatever, but specifically maybe like conversation wise, but it could just be an interaction. So yeah, we have 3 piles for you to choose from. Pile 1 is this crystal. I think this is carnelian. I'm not 100% sure though. Pile 2, we have this crystal. I think this is amethyst. Again, I'm not sure. And then pile 3, we have this one. I think this is something with tree in it. I don't know. Like the title has tree in it, I think. I'm not completely sure. Okay, so whichever you are more drawn to, that will be your reading. I'm just really happy that you're here. Thank you so much for watching. Everything should be in the timestamp, in the description down below. Timestamps, description down below. So now this is for the people that are interested in the decks that I'll be using. So I'll be using the Star Codes Astro. I'll be using the Journey. I'll be using the Animal Guide, the Animal Spirit deck. And then for guidance, or for guidance / advice at the end, we're going to be using the Little Frog's Guide to Self-Care, a little affirmation for you. And then speaking of affirmations, we're going to use the Affirmators Tarot to answer the question, how did they feel the last time they saw you, talked to you, communicated with you, etc., etc., interacted with you. So yeah, that is what I'll be using for this reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi pile 1, if you chose this carnelian crystal, this reading is for you. Now before we get into tarot, I do want to see how you were showing up and how this person was showing up, and the energy between you two, or the energy that was showing up when this interaction, this conversation was happening. Okay, sorry, I was just checking if I was recording. I am. Okay, now I'm hoping this part resonates. Hopefully you see yourself in one of the sides, A or B, or maybe the energy between you two resonates. Something here, I hope it resonates. If it doesn't, that's okay. You can always fast forward to the tarot to see if something there resonates. We don't have to be too strict about it, but also, like, if you feel like this is not your reading, you can always check out another one. So yeah, let's try not to be too strict. Let's just try to have fun here and try to find clarity. Yeah, okay, let's get into it. So pile 1, okay, we're in pile 1. Person A is showing up as a turtle, and person B is showing up as the butterfly. And the energy between you two is 11th house community with number 49 and play. Can we see that? Okay. Okay. You know what this is kind of, I think I moved it a little bit, right? Yeah. Sorry, okay, I was just, yeah. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, this interaction seemed really fun. I feel like the last interaction you two had could have been like, okay, you know what's really coming through is that this could have been like a first date. It could have been like a first date, like maybe like with this 11th house with community, like maybe you met online and this is the first time you met in person. And I feel like maybe it was actually like very fun, like maybe you did something really fun with this person, and I don't know, it was just like a lot of fun. Like I feel like your inner children really came out with each other during this time. It's just very much like, you didn't have to meet this person online, but like for some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if you did meet them online and then met them in person, or like went on a date with this person. It does feel like it's like very newer energy of like maybe this is the first time you met online, like maybe you've been talking for a while and this is the first time you met in person. I do feel like you met, like you, the last interaction you two had, or the last conversation you two had, was in person. It does feel like it was in person. It doesn't have to be with the 11th house, but it's giving more like you two interacted in a very playful way. So I feel like a part of me does feel like it was like a first date kind of vibe. Or like, because now I'm seeing like maybe like you went to an arcade with this person. I don't know, like I feel like you played games with this person, or I heard mini golf, or like stuff like that. Like I think you both just had a lot of fun with each other this last interaction you two had. Or like if it was online for some of you, like if it was like the last interaction you two had like was online, maybe you played, you know how like on an iPhone, I don't know if you can, you probably can on Androids, but like because I have an iPhone, so you know how you can play games with each other like through iMessage, like that could have been like the last interaction. I don't know, it just feels like you two had just a lot of fun with each other. The last time you two interacted, the last time you talked. With this, okay, let's start with person A. Person A is coming through like the turtle, as a turtle, and it's water energy. So water energy is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. And I feel like either those signs could be significant, or those seasons could be significant. But this turtle person, person A, is coming off very happy. I don't know. I think both people, even the butterfly, like is showing up very happy in this situation, this last interaction, this last conversation you two had. But this, like it for a lot of you, this could be interaction, you know, like you two, like when you last hung out, or the last time you just spent time with each other. I feel like this turtle person A is coming off very, like I feel like the last interaction you two had, this turtle was showing up in a very smooth way, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the turtle flirted a little bit more, or like maybe the turtle, because I'm seeing like maybe the turtle was like used to be like in their shell all the time, and then this situation kind of helped them get out their shell, and really like go towards it and really like embrace what's happening between you two. And I feel like the turtle used to like be a little bit more shyer, because they are like facing this way, right from the connection. I feel like they're facing this way because I feel like this interaction that you two had kind of opened their mind to the possibilities of what this could be. I feel like the turtle wasn't like, I feel like the turtle could come off a little bit like when this was happening a little shy. Like I feel like the turtle was a little shy with the butterfly person, but also like was very open to this date, or to this interaction, or to this situation, or this talk, this conversation, whatever happened between you two. I feel like the turtle was very open, but also I think you, maybe the butterfly could tell that the turtle was a little bit shy in this last interaction, was a little bit like in their own little shell. You know, maybe the turtle had moments that they like got into their shell a little bit because they got nervous, or maybe they said something that didn't, like maybe they said a joke and it didn't land, and then they got a little embarrassed. Like I don't know, the turtle seems just a very shy person. I feel like this person A just seems very shy, but also very happy that this happened. Now going into the butterfly, the butterfly, I feel like the butterfly like was like, they were really in their element. I feel like the butterfly were like, they were really in their element in this date, in this interaction that you two had. I feel like the butterfly was happy that this happened. I feel like they were like, I wouldn't be surprised if the butterfly were was the person that was leading this date, or leading this interaction, like, or maybe the butterfly was the person that planned it, maybe. Or maybe you two planned it, but like the butterfly did like maybe the reservations, or they were like, let's do this, let's do that. I feel like they were a little bit more, they led this interaction a little bit more than the turtle, because I do feel like the turtle was just a little bit shyer, and I think the butterfly was like not afraid to lead in this interaction, or this date, or whatever happened here. I think the butterfly was not afraid, or conversation, right? I don't think the butterfly was afraid to lead here. And I feel like the butterfly was actually very like just in their element. I don't know, the butterfly just is coming off very like that they felt good when this was happening. I think they felt very good. I think they felt like just very happy. And I wouldn't be surprised if the butterfly was like, this situation or this interaction, this date really opened their mind to the possibilities as well. I feel like these two people, like, I think this is like a little bit of mirroring energy in a way that I think you both, this interaction, this date really opened your mind to each other, really opened each other's hearts, each other's mind, each other's like potential in this connection. Like for some of you, this could have been like the first time you met this person, but maybe you've known this person for a while, but this is the first time you met in person. Or for some of you, like you met online and you're like, okay, let's go on a date, and maybe you or this person or both of you didn't think it was gonna go well, or like it was gonna be a short date. Like maybe you both thought it wasn't gonna mean anything, but I think you both are seeing it as something like positive and something good, like let's see where this takes us type of energy. I think you both are seeing it in a very positive way, in a very like, let's see where this takes us, because this was actually really fun. I like spending time with this person. I think that you both are very much in this energy of like, I like spending time with this person, it was really fun, let's see where this takes us. I think you both are very open, have very open minds when it comes to this connection. When it came to this interaction, I think you both were just very happy to be there. I think you both had fun with each other. I think you both, wouldn't be surprised if this is a first date, you want to see each other again, or you're planning on seeing each other again. I don't know, I think it was just very fun and like very, I heard soft energy, because I think it was just like you didn't have to force anything. Like I think you both were just vibing with each other very well, and I think you both didn't anticipate that, but it was like you both are happy that it happened, and that it was happening in that moment too. So yeah, I feel like you both were just happy that this was happening. And the butterfly person, I feel like they weren't expecting it, but also the turtle wasn't expecting it either. I don't know, it was just like a very unexpected, beautiful moment that happened between you two. Very unexpected, but like happy that it happened type of energy. Unexpected in a way that maybe you both didn't expect, that you both, yeah, and unexpected in a way that you both didn't think this was gonna lead to something more, or like maybe you thought, we'll see what happens. But no, I think you both just really enjoyed each other's company and really wanted to see where this leads, you know. And I think you both are still very open to this connection. So yeah, hopefully that part is resonating. Let's get into tarot about how did this person feel the last time you two interacted. Or for this reading, it could be the last time you went on a date, or the first time you went on a date, depending on your situation and circumstances. So we're using the Affirmators Tarot. So yeah, let's get into it. How did this person feel the last time you two interacted? How did this person feel? Okay, let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. How did this person feel? We have the Five of Wands. I wouldn't be surprised, like this last interaction you had like some sort of banter with each other, or like some like, yeah, banter. There's the energy of banter here. Like, oh, you both had a lot of fun together. Yeah, like the Lovers and the World. Yeah. And maybe for some of you, like maybe this was a long time coming, because with the World here, like maybe you two just maybe talked or texted or called all the time, but never really like hung out or like got to know each other in person yet. So I feel like for some of you, this was like a long time coming of like seeing each other in person, and like when it happened, it was actually like something very beautiful that you both connected very well. But let's get one more card. How did they feel the last time? Okay. Okay, at the bottom we have the Three of Swords. It was in, I don't do reverses, but I'll Maybe like there's a part of me that feels like maybe you both I feel like this person was very felt very confident after this interaction or after this date, because maybe they had worries going into it, or maybe they were nervous going into it. But I do feel like getting to know you in person, or like talking to you in person, or just like going on this date really like brought so much confidence to them with the Nine of Cups. I think they weren't anticipating that. I truly don't think they were anticipating how much they would like you. I feel like with the Lovers here, I feel like they were very happy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I'm smiling so hard because I feel like, I don't know if you both thought like this wasn't gonna happen, or like for some of you, again, it was like a long time coming, or it was like just, oh, you met this person online, let's see where this takes us, and then you both were surprised that it was actually something really good, or like it was just this energy of like you made plans to meet each other finally, and it happened. And I don't know, I do feel like this person just left this interaction, left this date very confident in themselves and very confident in the connection they have with you, with the Lovers here. And with the Five of Wands, I'm seeing it as banter. Like, I'm seeing the Five of Wands a very like banter energy of like maybe you both had like, you both bantered with each other in this last interaction. Like, you both were like making jokes and like in a very like sensitive way, right? Like, not trying to be too mean with each other, but like I think you both took it very well with each other. I think you both can banter with each other, and you both can like I don't know, just like enjoy each other's company in that way. And like there is a part of me that feels like this person was actually kind of worried about this. I don't know if they would, I don't know, like, again, this could be just for some of you, like maybe this person for some, like this person probably was like worried a little bit on, okay, no, okay, I'm getting a lot of messages, okay, let me try to clear, like, let me try to fix it in my mind. I feel like either this person, okay, yeah, okay, I'm so sorry, there's like a bunch of messages coming through, but like one that is coming through is the I feel like this person they haven't been on a date or haven't been in a connection for a while, and maybe that's why they were really nervous for this. Like, maybe they don't know how to date. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like maybe this is them going out again or putting themselves out there, and maybe they used to not do that, so this is like their first time. Like, this could have been like their first date in a while, or this could have been like their first interaction with somebody in a romantic sense for a while. Like, maybe they've been single for a while, and like this is them putting themselves out there. And I think they're just very happy that it was just a positive interaction. It was just a positive situation. It feels like they're just very confident in this connection. And for some of you, I feel like this person might have like second guessed going to this interaction or this date. Like, it could have been like this person maybe wanted to make an excuse on why they can't make it or something, but I feel like ultimately they went because they truly wanted to see you. I think they truly wanted to connect with you, with the Lovers here. And I think in the World here, I feel like you both maybe talked about life, you both talked about like random things. I feel like with the World here, there is this energy of you two like just interacting and like talking about life and talking about like, I wouldn't be surprised if this person or you like just share fun facts about things. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you share fun facts, or this person shared fun facts with you. Like, you just shared fun facts with each other. You both bounced off each other very well. And I feel like this person like just felt very good with you. I think they felt very comfortable. There's a lot of comfort here. And I'm thinking with the Lovers here, I'm feeling like maybe you also felt that. Like, I think a lot of this could also be you. Like, you felt this energy too. Like, maybe you felt very confident after this interaction as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was like very like mirroring energy, because the Lovers energy, the Lovers card is Gemini energy. So it's like that season could be significant, or that sign could be significant, but it's giving me like you both felt the similar things. Like, so I feel like if if you felt this way after this interaction, it's because this person felt the same way too. Like maybe you were also trying to make an excuse of not not to go. Like I think you both were just kind of nervous in the beginning, but you both brought this comfort with each other and felt way better when when this date ended or when this interaction ended or conversation. For some of you, I feel like for most of you this was like a date or like just a hangout or something like that. I feel like you both were very nervous going into it, but I think you ultimately both wanted to do it. I think you both wanted to see each other. I think you both wanted to see where this goes. I think you just both wanted to hang out. And that's what for some of you, I do feel like you've known this person for a while. And for some of you, this could have been like just a person, like it could have been a person that you met online and you talked for a little bit and you're like, okay, let's play on something. So it just depends on your circumstance. But overall, I do feel like this person was just very happy that they came through. And I think they're very happy that they didn't change their mind at the end. Because I think sometimes I do feel like this person could like chicken out sometimes. Or it could be like, oh, like, let me just make an excuse that I can't do it. Or like, but I don't know. There was something about the situation or about how they felt, or like they just felt like they should go, even if it was gonna turn out bad, quote unquote, like even if it was gonna turn out bad, that was just like a risk that they were willing to take of like, if this isn't gonna work, it doesn't work, but at least I can put my best foot forward type of energy. But I think they're very happy that it did work out, or like it is working out, because I think you both connected very well. And I think they're seeing, like, I feel like this person is just hoping that you both can do it again. I feel like with the world here, I think they really want to do it again with you. I think they really want to hang out with you. I think they want to go on a second date with you, or whatever this number of dates are. I feel like this person really wants to see you again, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's like plans on seeing each other again, like happening. So yeah, very beautiful energy. I think this person is just very happy that you met, and I'm very happy that you two went on this date or interacted. I think they're just very happy that it happened. They feel very confident about it. I think they feel really good about it. It's very beautiful energy. I don't know, I'm really happy for this person. I'm not gonna lie. I think this person, and I feel like for most of you, you probably feel the same way. So if you feel this way, just know that that's confirmation that this is your reading. This is your reading. Like if you felt the way the way I'm describing this person, is because it's confirmation that this is your reading. So yeah, I mean, for some of you, maybe you did hold hands. Like that would probably be really cute. Like maybe you did hold hands sometimes, or like you like maybe touched fingers. Like I don't know, it just seems like very like jittery. Like you both were like having first date jitters, and I think it was just like I'm smiling so hard because it's so freaking cute. Like this is so cute. I think you both like maybe held hands or like touched each other sometimes, or like flirted. Like I don't know, it was just like very like, because you see how this oh, that's a genie. Yeah, it's crossing their arms, but they're smiling, right? So it seems like you both were like maybe keeping your own, you were keeping your distance with each other, but also very happy to be there. So like maybe you both were like in this energy of like, oh, should I hold their hand, or like should I hug them goodbye, like should I kiss them goodbye? Like there's this energy of like you both have keeping your distance from each other, but also not trying to make it seem like, oh, you're only friend zoning this person, you know what I mean? Like I think you both were trying to keep your distance and like respect each other's boundaries, especially physically, but also trying to show like, hey, like we can hold hands if you want, or we can like hug, or we can like like it was just very much this energy of just like, I'm very happy that this happened. I'm very happy that we had some sort of really cute energy between you two. Like there was a very cute energy between you two, and I think you both were just very happy after this ended, or this interaction or this date ended. I think you both were just very satisfied and very happy. And I think it's just very beautiful energy, because I think you both respected each other's boundaries, especially physically, but also like if one of you or both of you wanted to hold hands or hugged, or like, because I can see, I can see like maybe you or not you, like in general, like I can see like walking close to each other and touching each other, like maybe touching each other's arms. Like I don't know, it's just like I feel like you did touch each other somehow, like maybe like you hugged a lot, or you held hands. I don't know, I just feel like you both were just like not afraid to show each other that you liked each other in like very subtle ways, but also respected each other's boundaries physically, because I feel like you both didn't want to rush anything, you both didn't want to like make the other person uncomfortable. So I think you both were just like very careful on what to do in the situation, and I think you both were just very happy and satisfied after, because I feel like that feeling of togetherness that you both created was just something very fulfilling. And even if this like I like, even if I don't know, it just felt very good. Like it just feels very good and very satisfied. Like you both feel very satisfied, and I think you both are planning to do it again. I think you both are planning to see each other again, because I think you both really liked each other and liked each other's presence with each other. You know, I think you both really, really liked each other. So let's get into guidance or advice. We're using the let me show you. We're using the Little Frog's Guide to Self-Care. These are affirmations, just to be just so you know. But yeah, let's get some advice or guidance for you. It could be regarding the situation, or it could either be regarding this situation, or in general, whatever wants to come out for you. So yeah. Let's get into it. Okay, so this one wanted to come out too. So at the bottom we have I surround myself with people who really see me. Yeah, and I feel like that could literally be you and this person. I feel like you both saw each other, you both saw eye to eye, you both had really like sweet conversations. It was just very sweet energy, and I think you both are happy that it happened. I think you both are happy with each other. I think you both feel very good with each other, feel really good about the situation, and maybe have hope about, maybe you both have hope of what this could turn into, but also just hoping that you can see each other again. Okay, so we have even when I'm struggling, there is undeniable magic that exists within me, and it's never too late to start over. Yeah, and like maybe there was this energy that, like, I think you both it's so cute, because I think you both were scared of this interaction, or this time, like when you both met each other in person. I think you both were scared. Like you both were very scared, and I think, and it's never too late to start over. It's making me think like maybe this was again, I did say like it did feel like it was like a long time coming, so it might have been like a while before you saw each other in person. But I do feel like it's never too late to start over. It's very giving, like it's giving like it's okay to take things slow. It's okay to not rush anything. It's okay that maybe you've known this person for a month or two or 4 months, and this is the first time you met in person. You know, it's your circumstances. Like it's your circumstance, it's your situation, and no one can ever judge you for that. You know, like if you, for example, if you met online and this person lives like 2 hours away from you, right? Because it happens, right? You can meet someone online and they can live like 3 or even more hours away from you, right? And maybe you both haven't interacted in person yet, but you met online and you've been talking, right? It sounds very specific, but it happens, right? And I feel like it's never too late to start over. It's like maybe you've known this person for a while, and then this is the first time you both interacted with each other. I think spirit or like the universe really wants to remind you, like, it's your timeline, it's you, and this is this person's timeline, it's nobody else's. So don't let anybody judge you for how your connection with this person is going. This is your own personal timeline, this is your own personal connection, and no one has the right, or no one has the right to tell you how to move forward in this connection, especially if you feel good in this connection. Like, especially if you both feel really good and secure in this connection, no one has the right, or no one should have the opinion to share that this is bad, or it's not normal, or long distance doesn't work. If this is long distance, if it doesn't have to be long distance, but it's like very much the energy of like, even online dating, like if this is online dating, if someone tells you, wow, you met this person online, like you barely even know this person, but yeah, I mean, that's why I'm getting to know this person, right? So it's like, I feel like, I don't know, for some reason there's this energy of like outside voices. Don't let these outside voices dictate how you present yourself in this connection. And like, I'm hoping this person can see that too, because I surround myself with people who really see me. It's very much this energy as well of like, don't let people outside of your connection, that are not even in your connection, mind you, right, dictate how you move about it. Like, no one needs to know. Like, but that's the thing, like, I think another thing that spirit really or like spirit in the universe really wants to like let you know is that don't share a lot of details with a lot of people about this connection. You can share details if you want, right? Like people that you trust, the people that you care about, or that you know that these people have like good intentions towards you. But it's very much like, try to keep it to yourself for now. I don't know, it's just not like, not because like there's like bad energy around you, or like there's no, it's just I feel like you could, for you specifically, outside opinions could control you, sort of. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if outside opinions could make you overthink or make you second guess this connection. So I feel like that's why I think kind of keep it closed, or kind of keep it like if they ask you, oh, so how was the day, like how was the interaction, or how was the meetup, right? If your friend or like someone you know ask you like, so how was the day, like maybe you can't, like, it's not bad to share what you're doing, but like whenever like that person asks, so how was the day, like it's okay to be like, oh, it was fun, period. Like, that's a full sentence, right? That's a full sentence. That it's like, it was fun, it was fun, and I think we're gonna do it again. It's nothing crazy. Like, you don't have to give so many details about this connection. And I think it's because like it's important to you, right? Because it's important to you. And I think because something is important to you, you don't have to share it to the world yet, right? You don't have to share it to the world in general if you don't want to, but it's very much like, because this is very important to you, and I think you feel that it's very important. I think you feel that it's very important to this person too. I think you both care about it a lot right now. And in general, I think you both care about it. I think it's okay to kind of keep it just close to your chest. Like, it's not bad to share that, oh yeah, like I met someone, or it's not bad to share like, oh yeah, I went on a date, or like I'm going on a second date with this person. Like, it's not bad to share what you're doing to your friends or the people that you care about, but it's also okay to kind of not say every detail, because people might judge easily, and you don't deserve that. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to move forward in this connection authentically without outside opinions. So yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated. Let me know if it did or if it didn't. Just be nice to me. I hope to see you in my next. If you are interested in to book a reading with me, you can always send me a message on Instagram or email me. Everything is in the description down below. Either way, I'm very happy that you're here and that you watched this to the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next, hopefully. Bye. Hi Pile 2, if you chose this, I think this is Amethyst. I'm not completely sure. This reading is for you. So let me put it right here. Yeah. So before we get into tarot, I do want to do a person A, person B format, and the energy between you two on how you were showing up in this last interaction, last conversation, last meetup, whatever it was. I think I'm going to say interaction just so it can be a little bit more broad and, but so I'm hoping this part resonates. Hopefully you see yourself in person A or person B, or if you don't see yourself in either of that, but the connecting energies are resonating, this reading could still be for you. You can just fast forward to the tarot, or you can just wait for the tarot. I'm just hoping something resonates here. We don't have to be too strict about it. Let's just see where this leads or where this takes us. Let's just have fun with it. Let's find clarity in it. Let's try not to be too strict about it. So yeah. Okay, let's get into it. So person A is showing up as the bat. Person B is showing up as the elephant. Oh, I love elephants. The energy between you two is awaken, and Sagittarius expand. Oh, wow. Okay, can we see that? Sorry. I just want it to look okay. Okay. Oh, I kind of want to start with the connecting energies, or like the interaction, or how it was going down. I feel like you both learned a lot in this last interaction, or this last conversation you both had. With the Sagittarius, again, Sagittarius energy could be significant. We'll get into signs in a minute, but Sagittarius season could be significant, or Sagittarius, the sign, could be significant. Number 9 is also September, I think, right? Yeah, August, September, yeah. So September could also be significant. But I do feel like this last interaction, or like the last conversation you had, or whatever happened here, really open your eyes to, open your mind and open your eyes to this connection. I think you both saw a different perspective. I think you both saw each other's perspective. Maybe this was like a conversation that needed to happen between you two for a while. And I feel like you both maybe both, you probably both knew that this conversation or this interaction had to happen somehow. And I think you both are very happy that it happened, especially with the Sagittarius here, with like with expand, but also like I know that Sagittarius energy is also a lot about optimism, and I think you both were very hopeful and very like hopeful that this conversation or this interaction could help both of you, or help you understand each other. And I think it did. I think with the awaken here, I think, and the expand, I think it really opened your mind to each other's lives, open your mind into each other's perspective, and how you view this connection, how you view the situation. And I think you both were just really aware about what was happening in this last interaction. I kind of want to start with the elephant person. This elephant person really it comes off very, like, in this interaction at least, right, comes off very wise and very like mature, if that makes sense. They're coming off very like sure of themselves. And the elephant, to me, it's such a sweet animal, first and foremost, right? I love elephants. I think elephants are so sweet and like so intelligent. But maybe this person is also very intelligent, and I feel like they showed their intelligence a lot in this last interaction. I think they maybe shared their feelings, maybe shared how they felt about something, or how they saw something. I think this person was not afraid to express themselves to the bat person. I think this person was actually very healthy in a way. Like, I think the elephant really expressed themselves in a very healthy way, if that makes sense. Like, maybe they didn't scream, like, especially if this was like a very heavy conversation, or like a conversation that might have been like a little bit uncomfortable, or it might have been like a conversation that maybe needed to happen for a while, but it just never did. I think the elephant was not afraid to express themselves, and I think they did it in a very healthy way. I think this elephant person also, like, because I'm seeing the ears right now, I'm thinking about Dumbo. I feel like they listened a lot to the bat person too. I think the elephant was like, I'm gonna share how I feel. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm gonna tell you how I'm seeing this, or how I'm seeing this, and how I'm seeing that, right? And I feel like they were also they also reciprocated that energy towards the bat. I think they also were like, okay, now tell me how you feel about this, or how you feel about that, or how you feel about this connection, or how you feel about so and so, like all this, right? I feel like you both were just, this last interaction, or this last conversation brought a lot of clarity in your lives. And I feel like this elephant was just so happy, like sort of like very happy that it happened, but also very like, I think they took this interaction, this conversation very seriously, and very like, okay, this is real, like this, like I think it really like kind of made the elephant, I think it made the elephant a little bit more aware of this type of connection. I think it made the elephant more aware about how this connection matters to them, or how this connection actually makes them feel. I think it just brought a lot of awareness to both of you, but especially the elephant, because I think the elephant kind of showed their, I think they showed their very healthy side in this last interaction. I think they were very open to the conversation. They were very open to what was happening here. I think they were very open to what the bat was saying as well. And I think they were just showing themselves in a very healthy and very productive way. Now with the bat energy, okay, no, well, elephant, I think this is fire energy, but let me just check just in case. Because in another reading, I had the yeah, it is fire. So fire is Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. In another reading, I don't know what reading it was, the rabbit came out, and I think I said it was fire energy, but I think it's earth. Yeah, I think it was earth. And I think in that reading I said fire because I thought it was fire. Yeah, I thought it was fire because it was red. That's all me. So I messed up there, but you live and you learn. Anyway, the elephant is fire energy, so that's Leo, Sagittarius, more Sagittarius as well, and then Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Those seasons could be significant, or those signs. Let's get into the bat. The bat. Let's get in signs too. The bat is air energy, so air energy is Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. I feel like the bat was, a part of me feels like, okay, because the bat, and then this the background of the elephant like is very dark, and the moon is here as a full moon. I feel like maybe this happened at night, like this interaction happened at night, or this conversation happened at night, or whatever happened here happened at night. I feel like it doesn't have to be though. It's just like that could be just some sort of confirmation for some of you. But this bat energy it's like, I feel like this bat person, or this bat energy person A, really came off very scared. I feel like they were a little scared, and a little bit like scared of this conversation, but I think they also knew it was very important, and I think they also knew that it was something that had to happen, especially with this full moon here, because full moons, I've heard, right, I'm not the greatest with the moon cycles, but I've heard that full moons are about releasing, right? And I feel like this bat person really wanted to release what they've been piling up. I think this bat person had a lot of things to say, or wanted to share a lot of things, and for a part of me feels like maybe the bat didn't say a lot, but maybe they did want to, or maybe they did share a lot, but it was like maybe they still have a lot of things to share. And for some of you, I feel like if you are the elephant, or if your person's the elephant and you're the bat, I feel like the elephant person knows this. I feel like the elephant kind of is very intuitive. The elephant is a very intuitive person, and I think they kind of picked up on the bat wanting to say more, but maybe they didn't. And I think the elephant is very much in this energy of like not trying to force the bat to talk if they don't feel comfortable doing so. But I do feel like the bat wanted to say more in this interaction, but I think they said a lot either way. I think they said enough. I think especially in the beginning, because especially if this interaction or this conversation was very intense, or very like in your face kind of energy, like you both were like in a very vulnerable spot with each other in this conversation or this last interaction, I think the bat person wanted to say more, or wanted to, they said enough that it brought clarity into this connection, or in this interaction. I feel like they said enough that it did bring enough clarity, but also I think there is a part of them that wanted to say more, but they didn't. And I think they released this want to, yeah, I feel like they released their thoughts, they released how they felt. I think they released how this is making them feel. I don't know, it was, for some of you, I feel like this was like a very intense conversation. Not even intense, I feel like it was like a conversation that needed to happen somehow. And I think you both know this. I think you both knew this going into this. I think you both knew that this conversation had to happen, this interaction had to happen, because I think maybe there was like some sort of confusion, or some sort of like just needing to find clarity between both of you. And I think the bat, I don't know who initiated this. I think it could have just happened. Like, it could have literally just like this conversation just came up out of nowhere. But also it does feel like, I feel like the bat, I don't know who initiated what, but I feel like the bat just had a lot of things to say. And I think the bat did say a lot of things. Maybe they were the ones to start the conversation, because it does feel like the bat wanted to say, they want to say more, but also I think they said a lot, because I feel like this was always in them. Like, these things that they expressed to the elephant has been in them for a while, and they just never had the I wouldn't say the nerve, but also they didn't have like the push to express them until this happened, this interaction or this conversation happened. And I think they've been wanting to say this, they've been wanting to say what they said to the elephant for a while. And I think a part of me feels like they still have a lot of things to say, but maybe that's gonna be for another time. I feel like the bat is very much like, we can do that another time. This was already a lot to deal with. This is a lot to process. We found clarity in this, so let's move on with this, move forward with that, with the clarity. And I think the bat person is very just content. I feel like they feel very content in this connection. I think they feel very like at ease, sort of, because I think they released a lot of things in this situation. They released maybe the expectations on this connection, and I think it's just, this interaction really expressed, like, it really expanded your mind, but also it really expanded your expectations, or even standards. Like, I think maybe you both got rid of the expectations of one another, because you both saw each other as human in this last interaction. Like, maybe the elephant didn't know that the bat felt this way, and then when the bat shared how they felt about this or that, the elephant was like, oh, I didn't know. And they had a lot of open ears around the bat. And I feel like also, but it's also with the elephant, like, maybe the elephant expressed something too, and the bat didn't know that this is how the elephant was feeling, or how the elephant was perceiving this. But now that the bat knows, they can like move forward. I feel like there was just like some sort of miscommunication maybe, and so that's why there was like a need of conversation. There was a need to kind of find balance and clarity here. And I think you both did find some sort of clarity here, and I think it helped both of you to connect deeper, or connect more with each other, or understand each other more. So yeah, I think this last interaction was pretty good to a certain extent, depending on your situation, but I feel like it just brought a lot of clarity and a lot of understanding from each other. I think you both are understood each other more and more after this interaction. So yeah, let's get into tarot on how did this person feel the last time you two interacted or talked. I feel like for some of you, or for most of you, this was like a conversation. Like, you both had a conversation. Now, the conversation could have been like, it just depends on your situation. It could be on a phone call, it could be on FaceTime, it could have gone through text or in person, right? It just depends on your situation. It depends on how how you two interacted, but for I think majority of you, this was like a conversation that needed to happen to find clarity here. So yeah, how did this person feel the last time you two talked or interacted /interacted? Okay, let's get into it. The Two Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Sun, okay, on the Empress, and then the Five of Cups wanted to come out too. I'll leave that there. At the bottom, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Can we see that? Yes, I can move it a little bit. I feel like this person, I don't know if you made this person feel kind of bad. Not on purpose. I feel like maybe you shared, it could have been like maybe you shared how something made you feel, and like maybe it upset you, or it made you feel sad, or like it made you feel insecure, or like you, I don't know, it does seem like maybe you just shared how you felt about something, or about this situation, or about this connection to this person, and I feel like that made this person kind of, I think it made this person feel bad. Like I think it made this person kind of feel bad, but also very happy that you brought it up. With the Empress, the Sun, and the Four of Wands here, I think they're very happy that you brought up this issue, if that makes sense. If it was an issue, I feel like you were just very honest with this person. You were very vulnerable with this person, especially if this person like hurt you, or this person did something to hurt you. Maybe I don't think that was ever their intention to hurt you. However, I wouldn't be surprised if this person did or said something to you, and that like you expressed like, hey, like that really hurt me, or like I didn't like that you did that, or that you said that. I think this person felt bad. When the last interaction, I think they felt bad. But also, I think they're very happy that you were honest with them, and I think they were very happy that you could be vulnerable in that way, because to them, like maybe they didn't see it as something like bad, if that makes sense. Like whatever happened here, like maybe they didn't see it as something like too negative, or something that wouldn't have hurt you. But now that you said that it hurt you, I think this person was like, oh, I didn't know, and like I'm very happy that I know now, so I don't have to do so I don't do it again, you know. I think this person really, like, this, how they felt the last time you interacted, or like last time you talked, I think they really value you as a person, and I think they really care about you, and I think they really want to make you happy. With the Four of Wands and the Empress and the Sun here, I think they really want to make you happy, and I don't think they want to hurt you. Especially if you shared that this person hurt you in the past, or if they did something to hurt you, like especially if you shared that to them, like you shared that vulnerability towards them, like you told this person like, this hurt me. I think they realize like they don't want to do it again, because I think they really care about you, and I think they really care about that you're okay. I don't think their intention is ever to hurt you, because I think it makes them feel bad too. And with this Two of Pentacles here, I think they're like, I know we're not tapping into intentions, but with the Two of Pentacles, I think their intention is to kind of balance this out more. I think they really realize that they really want to balance this more, and want, like, if there's still more that you both have to talk about, I think this person wants to do it. Like I do think this person wants to talk about it more, if there's more things that you both have to talk about. But I feel like this conversation or this interaction you two had was like the opening to more, if that makes sense. And I don't think there's like fighting involved. I don't think you both are fighting. I don't think you both are even like talking bad at each other. Like, I feel like you both are generally trying to find like a middle ground, and you both are trying to have a conversation, like an adult conversation with each other. And I think you are. And I think you expressing how you feel really open this person's mind on, oh, like, I shouldn't be doing that, or like I shouldn't be saying that, or I shouldn't, like, I should really consider this, like, their feelings more. I feel like maybe they thought, or they're feeling that they didn't consider your feelings as much as they thought they did. Maybe they I just heard like maybe they didn't realize how sensitive you are, and not in like a bad way. Like, I don't know if this person would ever call you sensitive, but it seems like this person never thought you cared. Like, I don't know, this person is coming off very like, oh, I didn't think they would have cared if I said that, or I don't think they would have cared if I did that. But now that now that they share that they do care about that, or like that what I'm doing or what I did or what I said really impacted them and negatively. Now that I know that, I'll do better, right? Like, let me try to do better. Let me balance this out. Because I truly do think they don't want to hurt you, and I truly do think they don't want to like make something worse than it is, right? Because I do feel like they value this connection with you, especially with the 4 wands and the Empress. I feel like they really value you, and they value this connection with you, because I don't think they want you, I don't know, this person doesn't want you to leave. Like, they don't want you to go. I think they really want to work this out with you, especially with the 2 of Pentacles. I think they want to work this out with you. I think they really want to, if there's another conversation that needs to happen, make this conversation come through, you know? Like, I feel like they really just want to work this out with you. I do feel like if you two have been in a rocky situation and like this conversation had to happen, maybe you two have been like not seeing eye to eye fully, or you two haven't seen like haven't been in a very comfortable spot with each other for a while, and so this conversation was like very much needed to understand each other's perspective. I feel like this person is very much trying to not let that happen again. I think because they really do want you in their life. I think they truly, like, I think how they felt was very, like, I think you know how they feel. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think you know how this person feels about you. I think you know that this person like really wants to be with you, really wants to connect with you. And I think their intention, I know we're not speaking of intentions, but I don't know, it's really coming through. I think this person really wants to like, I feel like they don't want to go through that again. I don't think they want you to feel bad, and I don't think they want, and of course they don't want to feel bad either. I think this person really just wants to connect with you again, be happy with you again, and I don't think they want to go through that again. So I think they're trying their best to just, you know, like, talk about it as much as that you both need to, until you find a middle ground. And again, like, every situation is different, so depending on what happened here, depending on how much you were hurt, like how much you were hurt, or depending on what happened, it's gonna be different for everybody. But I do feel like this person really wants to just balance it out and try their best to not let this happen again, because I do feel that they miss this happiness that you both had. Or I feel like you both still have it, but it's very much like maybe it's not as prominent as it used to be because of this 5 of Cups. Like, this 5 of Cups being on top of the Sun and the Empress, I feel like maybe this is the energy that you two are experiencing right now. And I feel like you two, like I said, like, I think you both are experiencing this 5 of Cups energy. Like, maybe you're missing each other, or you're going through some like changes, like very emotional changes. And I think this person just really misses the happiness that you two were creating, and that you two are creating. And I think they're trying their best to balance it out with you. For a part of, like, I feel like maybe they don't know how to sometimes with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Like, maybe they don't know how to, but I think they have the intent. Yeah, with the 10 of Swords here, I think they, with in reverse as well, I think they have the intention to make it work. I think they have the intention to try to fix this if they messed up somehow. But I do feel like they have the, I know we're not talking about intentions, but it's really prominent here. So yeah, I feel like they really want this 401 sun energy back to in this connection, and I think they're gonna try their best to make it happen again. Because I don't think they want to upset you. I don't think they want to make you sad. I don't think they want to make you feel a type of way. I think they really want you to stay in this Empress energy, and I feel like they did something, or they said something that took you out of this Empress energy and made you a little bit more closed off to this connection, or closed off to this person. And I think they can feel it. I think they feel that you were a little bit more closed off, and they don't like it. I don't think they like it. I don't think they like that you got upset, and that closes you off a little bit. And I think they don't like that. They want you to be open to them. They want you to stay open. They want you to be present with them. And I think they really are gonna try. I think they are gonna try their best to fix it and try to do what's good, what's best here, you know. So yeah, let's get into guidance or advice for you. This could be regarding this situation or this connection, or it could be in general, guidance or advice in general, or regarding this connection. At the bottom we have, I am capable of more than I realize. That's cute. And then we have, I will make sure that laughter is a priority in my life. Yeah, that's so sweet. I think you're being encouraged to hear this person out. If you haven't, I don't know, I feel like you're being encouraged to hear this person out and like let this person fix it. Like, I don't know, it's unless it's something like really bad, like something that you're like, I don't think they can fix this. I mean, a part of me feels like you want it. I think a part of me feels like you still want this connection to be alive and here. So I don't know, I feel like it's okay to like find joy in these moments, you know, find joy and laughter in these moments. You know, not everyone's perfect, not everything is perfect, and sometimes it's okay not to take everything so seriously, and not to take like, don't take yourself seriously, and don't take this person so seriously all the time either. So I feel like laughter could be a really good medicine for you right now. Like, maybe comedy in general, like watching good comedians, come on now, watching good comedians, or watching funny movies. Like, one movie that's coming through right now is Shrek. Like, come on now, like, watch funny movies, like, laugh. Like, I feel like laugh right now for you, like, laughter could be a really good medicine, can make you feel good. So even this person, like, let this person make you laugh, you know. I don't know what happened here, and it could, for some of you, it could be like way more like something that they really truly have to fix, or something that they did. Like, for some of you, it could be like something small, or like little things happening and then just piling up, or it could be something like that they did and you were like, I don't like that, I feel very disrespected, and they're like, oh, I didn't know, you know. Like, it's very much that energy. So I feel like it's okay to find joy in these moments. It's okay to find laughter in these moments. It's okay to not take it so seriously all the time. Of course, like, don't put your needs or your worth to the side. It's more just like, it's okay to find some sort of happiness here. You know, even though it might be difficult to navigate sometimes, this situation could be difficult to navigate. I think it's okay to not take it so seriously all the time, or don't, like, not even this situation, and yourself. I think don't take yourself so seriously all the time, especially when it comes to in this connection, because I think it's okay for people to make mistakes. It's okay to, if like, people are going to hurt you, right? And I think getting reminded of that is very important. Like, people are going to hurt you. People are going to unintentionally hurt you. And I think understanding that, I think you can move forward in that. But also, just because someone is hurting you unintentionally doesn't mean that they can't take accountability, you know. So accountability also is hand in hand to unintentionally hurting somebody. Okay, so like, maybe your intention was never to hurt somebody, but you should take accountability when you do, right? And I think this person is trying to do that as well. But I do feel like it's okay to not take everything so seriously, and it's okay to not take yourself seriously, but also like don't put your worth or like don't put your worth to the side. Like, you deserve to feel secure, you deserve to feel comfortable, you deserve to feel respected, right? Whatever happened here. And so yeah, I think don't take everything so seriously, but also take everything seriously. You know what I mean? Like, it's very much this vibe, like it's not that deep, but it's also that deep. You know, you just have to balance it out pretty well. And I think you can, I think you're doing that pretty well, but it's just, I think just remind yourself, like, you don't have to take everything so seriously, and you don't have to take yourself so seriously. It's okay to have fun, it's okay to find laughter, it's okay to have like find some fun in like serious situations. Not, the situation doesn't have to be serious all the time, but when when it needs to be serious, like come through, you know, come through in a serious manner. But it doesn't have to be serious all the time. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. If you're interested in a reading with me, if you want to book a reading with me, you can always send me a message on Instagram or email me, whatever you're more comfortable with. You don't have to. I'm just happy that you're here. Excuse me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next, hopefully. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this crystal, this reading is for you. Now, before we get into tarot on how did they feel the last time you two interacted or talked or hung out, went on a date, whatever it is, whatever shows up here, we're gonna do a person A and person B format and the energy between you two. Now, I'm hoping this part resonates. If it doesn't resonate, you can always check another pile, but I'm hoping either you see yourself in one of them, or you see the person you're asking about in one of them, or you see yourself in the energy between you two. Like, something here hopefully resonates. If it doesn't, you can always check other piles, but also you can just fast forward to the tarot to see if there's something there for you. Of course, like, we don't have to be too strict about it. We can just have fun and find clarity in this, you know. So yeah, but if you feel like, oh, this is not for me, check another pile. There's no rules here. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so for person A, we have the peacock. For person B, we have the otter. Ooh, okay. And then the energy between you two, we have cosmic flow and Virgo, digest. This energy is pretty heavy, I'm not gonna lie. I think I kind of want to start with the energy between you two, but first let me see if it's on in frame. Yeah. Okay, well, Virgo energy could be significant. That sign could be significant. You could be that sign. This person could be that sign. You don't have to be, but that season could be significant as well. Now, with the cosmic flow and Virgo with digest, I think this interaction or conversation or whatever happened here was kind of difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I think this was like a more difficult and intense situation, or what happened here was pretty intense. Only because I think you both tried to go with the flow with each other. I think you both tried to try to understand each other's perspective, but it just was not working. It's just like, I think you both felt kind of, I heard hot-headed. I think you both could be very hot-headed, but also it could be like, maybe you tried to find a middle ground, maybe you tried to understand each other's perspective, but it was just not working. I think you were like, maybe you understood for a little bit, but then this person didn't understand where you were coming from. It was just like, there was not a lot of flow here. And I think but I think you tried very hard, especially with the Virgo energy, a lot of mutable energy. So I feel like mutable energy, they understand how to go with the flow. I think a lot of mutable energy, that's Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces, it's very like flowy energy. It's very like they know how to go with the flow. They know how to kind of morph into what they have to be in different situations. You know, they know what to do, and I think you both tried to be in that situation, like in that energy, but it just didn't work. I think you both were like sort of butting heads. Or like if you did try to, like for example, if you both tried to see each other eye to eye, it was just not working. I think you both just really misunderstood each other this last time you spoke, or the last time you interacted. There was just like a lot of misunderstandings, and you both just couldn't see eye to eye fully. Like maybe it was like there was moments that you're like, okay, I understand what you're saying here, and then they're like, I understand what you're saying here, but then you said more things, or like there were some other things that came up, and you're like, what do you mean by that? Or like you both, like, it was just this energy, like you understood each other sometimes, and then sometimes you didn't, and like it just became like a loop, like a loop of like understanding and then not understanding, and then like, oh okay, but then also like, huh, you know, it's like very much this energy of like this loop that was happening between you two, that you just couldn't find a flow. You couldn't find a flow, but also you couldn't find a middle ground. I kind of want to start with the otter energy here, because I'm seeing that the peacock and the otter are very like facing the other way. Like I think they're both facing like not each other, and I feel like that's very significant, because I feel like with this otter, let's start with signs first. So otter is water energy, so that's Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So those signs could be significant, or those seasons could be significant. But this otter person, I feel like the otter had a very open heart to this interaction. I think they were very vulnerable. I think they were trying to understand what the peacock was saying and understand their perspective, but the otter was just like, I wouldn't be surprised if the otter was coming off a little bit like, how do I say this? Like, I feel like the otter was very focused on how they were feeling, and not in like a negative way, or like in a like me type of way. It was more like, I think the otter was just trying their best to regulate themselves while this conversation and this interaction was happening, because I think the otter could get very overwhelmed very easily. And I think they were just trying to regulate themselves enough that I wouldn't be surprised if the otter was trying so hard not to cry, or like they were trying so hard not to like scream or react too much with the peacock, because I think they were like, they want to have an adult conversation, but it's like their emotions are very deep, and their emotions are very, like, they're very sensitive. The otter person, I think they in this interaction, at least, they were coming off very sensitive and very like, well, this is how I feel, and I feel like they, to a certain extent, their emotions got the best of them, and maybe they couldn't hear out the peacock as much as they maybe wanted to, or as much as they should have, you know. And that doesn't make the otter, like, if this is you, you're not a bad person for doing that. Sometimes we get so overwhelmed that it's difficult to hear the other person out. Like, it's true, we're human, and you shouldn't shame yourself for that if you are the otter person. But if you're not, I mean, we'll get into the peacock in a minute, but this otter person is just coming off very like, just trying to regulate themselves during this situation, because it really overwhelmed them, and they tried their best to find peace and mind in this situation, but I don't think they could. I don't think there was this energy of like them wanting to walk away from it, and then I feel like the peacock also wanted to walk away from it, but it's like, I think you both knew that needed to happen, but maybe it just, you both didn't know how to make it happen, or you both didn't know how to interact with each other when this conversation was brought up, or you both didn't know what to do when this interaction was brought up. I think you both maybe wanted it to happen, but it just couldn't, or like it just didn't work out the way you were planning on it working out. Or I think you both, I don't know, there's this energy that you both care about it, and you both want it to work, and you both wanted it to work, and you both wanted to have this conversation, you both wanted to have this interaction, find some sort of clarity or some sort of closure or whatever it is, but it just didn't happen. And with the otter here, I feel like they just got so overwhelmed that I think they would rather run away from this than to face it. And I feel like the otter's kind of the same. I mean, the peacock is kind of the same. I think you both wanted to just not face it anymore, and you just like, okay, let's just, I wouldn't be surprised if this conversation is not over. I wouldn't be surprised if like this interaction isn't over. Like you both just couldn't see eye to eye, so maybe you're putting like a pin in this. Like maybe you're like, let's come back to this, to have like a more decent conversation, because I think you both got very overwhelmed. I think the otter got overwhelmed with their feelings and the peacock got overwhelmed with their thoughts. But let's get into the peacock person A, or peacock person. Now peacock is air energy, so that's Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Those seasons or those signs could be significant. Now this peacock also, just like the otter, I feel like they would rather run away from it than to confront it. I feel like the peacock, I wouldn't be surprised if the peacock didn't show as much emotion than like the otter did. For some of you, I feel like the otter did cry, or really just showed more emotion, or like they just had more reaction to what was happening here. The peacock did not. I don't think the peacock reacted or showed emotion as much as the otter. Maybe they did somehow, but not as much as maybe the otter did. The peacock is coming off very like aloof a little bit, or like a little bit nonchalant, if that makes sense. But I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's just genuinely them. Like I think it was just like they also got overwhelmed, so they kind of froze. I wouldn't be surprised if like the otter kind of like, if they get overwhelmed, they might cry, or they might feel very deeply, or they might react, or they might even scream, or they might even like just get really frustrated, right? Or walk away, right? Like I wouldn't be surprised that's how the otter reacted to this. But the peacock is more like they get kind of get frozen. I wouldn't be surprised if the peacock got frozen in this situation. Like they didn't know what to say, they didn't know what to do. They might have not even said a lot of things here. Like maybe the otter was the one that initiated everything, because maybe they've been wanting to have this conversation for a while. They've been wanting to have this interaction for a while, but the peacock always like, maybe they just weren't ready for it, or they weren't ready for this interaction, or were like, maybe they weren't ready for this conversation yet. And that's why whenever it comes through, like when this and I wouldn't be surprised, like a part of me feels like this conversation or this interaction isn't the first time you tried to do this. Like this interaction or this conversation, it feels like you both tried before to have it, but it just didn't work out. Like it probably ended up the way it ended up here. With the peacock energy here, I do feel like the peacock is very, I don't think they're ready to have this conversation. Whatever this conversation is, for some of you, this could be like a what are we conversation, or it could be like a future conversation, like what you see in the future with each other. I don't know. It was just like, or commitment of some kind. But it just feels like the peacock isn't ready to have this conversation or this interaction with the otter, and that's why I think the otter is very frustrated in this situation, because I think the otter could be the one that initiates this conversation, or initiates these conversations to come to surface. But yeah, right, because the otter, the way they swim, right, in the water, like they're on the surface. So I feel like the otter is the one that kind of brings these conversations up on the surface, but the peacock is just not ready to have them for some reason. And I think the otter knows this, but I think the otter really is trying to find clarity here, trying to find some sort of like something. You know what song's coming up? Million Reasons by Lady Gaga. Like it's like this, the part that goes what does it say? Like you're giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons, something like that. And then at the end, she goes, like at the end of that verse, she goes, but I just need one to stay, or something like that. Like I just need one reason to stay. And I think that's the otter energy. Like it's like okay, you know what people don't understand all the time is when someone tries to have a conversation with you, or tries to make amends with you, or tries to fix a connection with you, or tries to fix something with you, they are not trying to shame you, right? For example, if this peacock is so avoidant. Like, they're avoiding this conversation. It seems like they're very much avoiding this conversation. But the otter's like, hey, we need to have a conversation about this. We need to talk about this. I want to talk about this. I want to find more clarity here, right? Because they're like, I really need to know. I want to know where your head's at, right? But the peacock is like, I can't do this right now. I don't want to do this right now. I can't do this right now. Well, people, like, this is just like a general thought, right? Just general advice that if someone tries to make it work with you, if someone is trying to have a conversation with you to find a middle ground, it's because they care, and it's because they care about the connection they have with you. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't, like, especially if the peacock, like, for example, if the peacock did something to ruin this connection, or they did something to, like, make this connection not work out or something, or like maybe the peacock made a mistake or something, the otter, like, if the otter is making the conversation or is trying to have a conversation to find middle ground here, it's because they care about the connection. They care about to make this work, right? Like, if you were but to a certain extent, I wouldn't be surprised if the otter's sort of like forcing it now. Like, I like, if the peacock does not want to talk about it, it's okay to just, like, the otter, like, I think the otter is just trying really hard to, like, make it happen. But I think people need to understand, like, this peacock might need to understand that the otter is doing this because they care about the connection. They want the connection to flourish. You know, it's not, and I feel like the peacock might be very sensitive to this because they don't want to feel bad. I don't think they want to feel like a bad person. And maybe this conversation was gonna make this peacock person take accountability, and maybe they're just not ready to do that yet. I don't think they're ready to have that conversation with you right now, with this otter person yet, because I think they don't want to feel bad. I don't think they're ready to take accountability for what they've done or what's happening here yet. And I think the peacock can't comprehend or can't understand that the otter is only doing this not to shame the peacock person, but to make the connection work, because they care about the connection. They care about the peacock person. They care about making this work. It's not to shame the peacock, it's to make this work. And I think the peacock is very much in this energy of, like, I don't want to feel ashamed. I don't want to feel like I'm a bad person. I don't want to feel like a bad, like, I feel like this peacock is just, like, trying their best not to feel bad. And I think the otter is trying their best to make them comprehend, like, hey, like, I'm not shaming you. I just need more clarity here. So it's very, like, it could be very frustrating energy on both ends. Like, I think you both are very frustrated because you both are not getting what you want out of this. So it's very, like, frustrating. But I do feel like the peacock is sort of avoiding this conversation or avoiding this interaction, sort of, or it keeps avoiding it. That's why it's never happening. And when it does happen, you both can't see eye to eye. And the otter, I feel like the otter, because the peacock is sort of avoiding it a little bit, or ignoring it a little bit, I feel like the otter is pushing a little bit, like, pushing more, or like, for a part of me feels like they just get frustrated and mad with this situation, so they kind of just walk away from it. So I feel like the otter is really trying to find clarity here, but the peacock is just not ready to give that yet. So whatever is happening here, I feel like it's just very frustrating energy. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's very frustrating, and I think the otter's trying their best to find clarity and try to find clarity from the peacock, because I feel like this otter energy is very just trying their best to, because I feel like the only way they can get clarity is if they speak with the peacock person, if they talk to the peacock person to understand where they're coming from. But the peacock person is not ready to do that. Okay, so let's get into tarot on let's get into tarot on how this person felt the last time you two, let me fix that. Okay, yeah, you two interacted. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix it. Okay, let's get into it. How do they feel the last time you two interacted, or the last time you talked? because I feel like for some of you, if not most of you, I feel like you two like interacted, talked, but it didn't go anywhere. It was just like very stagnant energy. And a lot of frustration on both ends, I think. Okay, let's get into it. How did they feel the last time you two interacted? For sure, it was frustration, because I think you both felt very frustrated with each other. But let's get into it. The King of Cups. I think okay, well, let me get more cards and then I'll start channeling or start talking. What is this? The Nine of Wands, yeah. Five of Cups. Yep. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. We have Seven of Wands. They were very much in fight or flight mode. And at the bottom we have the Ace of Pentacles in reversed. Can we see that? Yes. Okay. How does this person feel? I think this person was very much in this fight or flight mode, like what I was saying, like very fight or flight mode. And I feel like they were sort of like, regardless if they're the otter or the peacock person, it just feels like they were just ready to argue. I don't know, there was this energy of like, maybe they didn't want to argue, but maybe they knew that it was gonna happen. Like maybe you two are arguing a lot right now, or you two are just not seeing eye to eye as much. But how they felt was like, going back to frustration, I do feel like they felt kind of frustrated. But also I feel like with the King of Cups here, I think they are trying their best to understand your perspective and understand where you're coming from. But I think they kind of, with the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands, it's like, I think they're putting these walls up, they're putting these walls up to kind of protect themselves. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like not interacting with you as much, or if they are interacting, it's like not as serious, or like it's not what maybe you want. I do feel like this person, if you two aren't interacting with each other, and like this was like some sort of ending, or like maybe you both are creating space because of like you two just can't see eye to eye right now. This Five of Cups, I feel like this person is like sort of feeling it. I feel like they are feeling your absence a lot with the Five of Cups energy if you two aren't interacting as much. But I do feel like this person has some walls up, and I think created more walls because of this. I feel like this person is trying their best to not fight it, or like not fight in this connection, or not fight with you, or like have arguments with you, or you know, because I feel like you both are very hot-headed. I think you both can be very hot-headed and can be very like I don't know, I just feel like you both, like when it comes to arguments, you both cannot see to eye as much as you would hope so. Because I feel like with the King of Cups here and the Five of Cups, I think this person had like, the way they felt was very strong. Like they feel very strongly towards you. I feel like they feel very deeply towards you, and I think they have really deep feelings for you. But it's just like, for some reason this conversation or this interaction was just so difficult for them, or it's like it's very difficult to happen. Because for some of you, I feel like this is like a conversation that needs to happen. For example, like I was feeling like this could have been like a what are we type of conversation, or it could be like a conversation of where this connection is headed, or I don't know, like I think this was like a old, like it could be like you've been like you're in a situationship with this person for a while, and like you two, like maybe you want commitment or this person wants commitment. I don't know, there's just like this energy of like you both are not seeing eye to eye right now, and because of that I think this person is like creating some sort of walls or creating some sort of distance due to the lack of seeing eye to eye, if that makes sense. Even though like their feelings are still very prominent, I feel like they feel just very not ready. I don't know, they just feel like they're not ready to give you what you want right now, or the conversation that you want, or the clarity that you want. I feel like they're just not ready to give you that, and I feel like they're just not ready to show you that. I don't know, this person is very confusing. Like I'm kind of confused on what this person was feeling, because I feel like a part of them wants to like come through and have this conversation with you. Even they might even want to initiate this conversation with you, but also a part of them know that they're not ready to have that conversation with you. Whatever this conversation is, or whatever this interaction is, for some of you, like maybe it could be like maybe you want this person to meet your parents or meet your family, and maybe they're like, I'm not ready for that, or like I'm not ready to do something like that right now. And maybe you're like, well, I think it's time, like I really do think it's time for you to meet my parents or meet my family. And they're like, I'm not ready for that. And it's like you both just can't see eye to eye. So it just depends on the situation here, that you both are not fully like understanding each other's perspectives on. But that's the thing, I feel like this person understands where you're coming from. You might not understand where they're coming from as much. Even when I'm talking right now, you might be like, well, like you might have the tendency to like not fully understand where this person is coming from. And I feel like this person, I feel like this person knows where you're coming from, but it's just like they're just not ready. There's just this energy like they're just not ready to have this right now, like have this interaction, have this conversation about the future. I feel like future talking with this person can be very scary for them, especially if this conversation is regarding the future. I feel like it's just very scary for them to be in that. I think the future kind of scares them a little bit, and they just don't know what to do in this situation. But I feel like the way they felt the last time you two interacted was like a very fight or flight mode, and very like kind of walking on eggshells, sort of like they felt sort of like walking on eggshells, or they felt like they didn't know what they were gonna get from you fully. And I think that, like, I don't know, I feel like they were kind of scared as well. Like I feel like they were kind of scared of this. And I think even though this interaction or this conversation didn't happen the way you or this person planned it to happen, or like you both, it maybe just didn't happen at all, like maybe it happened but it just didn't go anywhere. You both are just like trying your best not to walk on eggshells, but I think you both are, either this person or both of you are walking on eggshells with each other, and it's because you don't know how the other person might react, or the other person might show up in this dynamic after this conversation or after this interaction. I think you both are just kind of seeing how this is affecting you. And to a certain extent, I wouldn't be surprised if this person wants more clarity here too. It's just, I think they don't know how to be present in that. I don't think they know how to be present in these like uncomfortable conversations, because this conversation could be very uncomfortable for them. It could be uncomfortable for you too, but it's like, I think you're very much in this energy of like, I still want to have a conversation, or I still want to have this interaction with them. You know, I still want them to meet my parents, or I still want them to meet my family. I still want them to be present in my life, you know? It's like, I think you both want to find clarity here, but for some reason this person is like kind of scared of that, because maybe they don't know what clarity means, or like they don't know what this clarity could mean, or future talking in general just is very scary to them, because of course, future is unknown, right? The unknown, but it's also something that they want as well, but they just might not know how to get it or when to get it or when to go after it, if that makes sense. Because it does seem like they we, like, as humans, we have, and humans, when we connect with others, we have to understand that just because we want to have a conversation with somebody, just because we want to connect with somebody, doesn't mean that they have to want it too, right? It doesn't mean that the other person has to want it to. Sometimes they don't have the capacity, or they sometimes don't have the energy to be present in this conversation or be present in this connection right now. And that's okay. We don't, like, you shouldn't shame them for that. You shouldn't force anything either. But it's also like, I think they know that they want to find clarity here too, but it's just like, maybe they're just not ready. I don't know. It just seems like they're just not ready for it. Which is okay, but also it's like a question for them is like, are they actually just not ready for it, or are they avoiding it? You know, so it's just like, it's something that they have to figure out themselves. But yeah, let's get some advice or some guidance, advice/guidance for you, and it could be regarding this connection or in general, whatever wants to come out. I'm hoping that it's resonating so far. At the bottom, we have, I am not my past. Yeah, I feel like you are getting very triggered in this connection, which is not bad. I think connections in general trigger us, right? Any type of connection, it does trigger us without, like, connections are triggering, right? But also, I think you are getting very triggered in this connection. So I feel like right now, it's okay to take space. Like, it's okay to give this a little bit more space. Give yourself space. Like, I feel like there's a need for you to keep, like, kind of take back your energy and, like, really reevaluate what you want here, reevaluate how you're showing up here, right? And I think there's just the need to, like, kind of create space for you, create space for you, like, create space from your mind, create space for, like, your anxious thoughts, and, like, and it could be, like, because, like, look, I'm not my past is very prominent here, because, like, maybe in the past you've had situations like this too, and, like, you get very triggered by them, which is okay. Like, that's not something that you should shame yourself for. It's more like, understand that because of your past, you're getting very triggered here. You're getting very, like, I want answers now, but in reality, it's your past talking. It's your triggers talking. I'm not saying that you don't deserve communication. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, you deserve communication. You deserve clear communication. But it's also, you have to understand, being in connection with other people, we can't control them, and we can't control how they're showing up, right? And you can make a decision here. Like, of course, like, your decisions will always, like always trust yourself to make the right decision. Like, if you're gonna choose, like, like, I feel like, because you might be in the energy of, like, not fully knowing if you want to keep trying with this person or walk away. Whatever you choose to do, like, it does seem like maybe you're not, like, it's okay if you don't want to make a decision right now, right? But I think it's okay to have those thoughts. I don't think you're a bad person for having those thoughts. But I think making a decision right now is not that you shouldn't make a decision right now, but it's okay to think about it, and it's okay to have these thoughts. So you got the rest is not something I need to earn. Yeah, and I think, going back to space, I do feel like you can give this a rest for a little bit. I think you can be like, okay, I really want clarity here, right? You really want clarity in this connection. You really want more clarity. You really want something more here, right? You want to have a conversation with this person. You want to have this, right? And I'm not saying that it's not possible. If anything, it is possible, because I think this person wants to do it too. Like, I think they also want to have this conversation with you. They also want to find clarity here. However, you have to both be on the same page, or at least the same book, to find this clarity with each other. And maybe right now what you're encouraged to do is to kind of give it a rest, kind of give it space. And I know, like, that is scary, because maybe you think, well, if I give it space, or if I don't say anything or do something about it, I don't think this person's gonna do anything. But that's whenever that comes through, whenever that is coming through, and whenever that is, like, showing up, that this person is not gonna take action towards this, or not take action towards finding clarity here, then that's when you can make a decision on, okay, should I accept this? Should I be okay with this? You know? But right now, I think you're encouraged to just kind of give it space, and give it a rest, give it a rest a little bit. You don't have to force anything right now. And, like, going back to, like, I feel like this person also wants to have a conversation with you. It's just they're not ready for it. But I think right now, I think they're encouraging you to, like, just give it space right now. Give this connection space. Give yourself space to kind of understand what you want to do here, and give yourself space to understand what you deserve in connection. And I'm not saying that this person's a bad person. I'm not saying that you don't deserve this person, or you don't deserve this. But one thing I am saying, like, you do deserve clear communication. Now, just because this person can't give it to you, it doesn't mean that they can't give it to you eventually, right? I'm not saying break up with this person. I'm not saying cut this person up. Like, no, I'm not saying that. You're gonna make a decision regardless, right? Whatever you feel is right for you. But I do want to say that just because this person's not doing it right now doesn't mean they're not gonna do it eventually. I don't know who this person is. You know them better than me. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they are. But I do feel like they want to. But the want and intention is two different things, right? But overall, I think giving this space is the best thing you can do right now, at least for the moment, before it gets a little bit... Because you don't want to make a decision based on emotion right now, because I think your emotions are very heightened. I feel like your emotions are very heightened. I feel like your emotions are very in your face, and I feel like that's why I think they want you to give it a rest, or give it time, only because they don't want you to react too fast. They don't want you to make a decision, or like a drastic decision based on how you feel right now. They want you to sit with your emotions. Sit with your emotions, sit with your feelings, sit with your thoughts, and then whatever you want to do after, you have all the right to do, for sure. It's just right now, because your emotions are very heightened, I think they just want you to just sit back, relax, and see it as like a sort of like a third person view, or like a more of like a bird view type of energy. To kind of see it from far away, to understand yourself more, and understand the situation more, and maybe even understand this person more. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that there. I hope that this resonated. If you're interested in a personal reading from me, you can always send me a message on Instagram or email me. Everything is in the description down below. You don't have to. I'm just happy that you're here, that you made it to the end. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next, hopefully. Bye.